Hello everyone, and welcome back to This Week in Gaming, or TWIG. I am your host Sean with MER Gaming, and today we are covering all the gaming news that happened this week, the week of September 12th. We will start with the disappointing news about Unity and small developers. Then we will switch to two big gaming events this week that showed off plenty of games coming soon for Switch and PS5. First off this week is the unfortunate news involving the Unity engine and developers using it. Unity has changed their policies in a way that majorly hurts indie developers. Any game dev using Unity will now have to pay per download of their game. This means that indie devs that are already giving a portion of their money to publishers now have to give even more to Unity starting January 1st. At first, this included downloads that were part of any bundle, including ones for charity. So after harsh backlash, they pulled the pay per bundle download, but included that if a game is added to a system like Xbox Game Pass, the owner of the system, in this case Xbox, would have to pay the money per download. This just hurts indie devs more, with their games being less likely to be published, added to a bundle, or added to Game Pass like systems. Hopefully, with all the backlash from communities and devs promising to pull their games from stores on January 1st, Unity will decide to revert this change. Now for some positive news this week. Two game shows have given us a ton of exciting new games coming soon. The first event was a new Nintendo Direct that took place on the 14th. We won't be covering every single game shown, but we will be covering the big ones. The first crazy one being the gameplay reveal of Princess Peach Showtime. In this new theater-themed game, you will play as Peach as you switch outfits to fit the scene. Each outfit will completely change the gameplay. They showed off 4 of these outfits and their powers. You can wear the detective outfit to solve robberies, the sword fighter to fight your way across the stage, or a chef outfit to make it a scene for a cooking show. We will have to wait till March 22nd to see what adventures await Princess Peach as she takes center stage. We also got to see a new tactical RPG from Vanillaware that is boosting a bold claim of being the rebirth of tactical fantasy RPGs. This new game, titled Unicorn Overload, has a combat system that looks slightly different from current tactical RPGs, but only seeing more of the game will tell. It looks like Fire Emblem combat, but instead of one unit moving and attacking, it is a whole squadron of soldiers. The main thing that sets it apart currently is its beautiful style. This game is set to release on March 8th. We also got more news about the Super Mario RPG remake. They showed us more areas that look amazing in the new graphics, along with a new mechanic. They have added super moves that charge as you attack. Once the bar is fully charged, you can activate the move that will have a completely different animation based on what 3 characters you have in your party. Along with this, they announced that there will be more of a post-game with rematchable boss fights. It seems like almost every boss will be refightable at some point. We are excited to see that changes are being made to this classic game, and we can't wait till it releases on November 17th. Next, we have one of the biggest announcements of the event, F-Zero 99. They have finally made a new F-Zero game, but with a twist. It's a 99-player battle royale. You race against 99 other players as you try to get first while taking as little damage as possible. There is a new catch-up mechanic in this game in the form of the Skywave, which is a track above the normal track that you can only drive on for a limited amount of time. The way you access this shortcut is by gathering ores that players make by crashing into each other. We are suspecting that this game will be like Mario 35 and only be available to play for a year, so play it now while you still can. We also received news about an update to the Mario Kart 8 Booster Pass Wave 6. This new pack of tracks will come with 4 new characters for you to race as, including Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, Pauline, and Peachette. They only showed Daisy Court from Mario Kart Wii for new maps. This last wave will be releasing this holiday. And for the final surprise reveal, they showed us that the Paper Mario series is back with a remake of the fan favorite Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. It is great to see an entire graphical improvement for this GameCube classic that is hard to find and play now. It looks like they are keeping to the original game. So far, they have showed us some of our favorite moments and party members with better visuals. We can't wait to see more as it nears its release sometime next year. Our last bit of Nintendo news is that the first Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC launched this week. This first expansion, titled The Teal Mask, gives players a new area to explore with hundreds of returning and new Pokemon to find. Along with this, there are new storylines to follow as you explore and unlock the secrets behind the new town, Kitakami. We also received the other big event this week, the new PlayStation State of Play. They showed off a few games, but we are going in depth on 4 of them. If you want more info on Foam Stars, Tales of Arise DLC, or the Avatar game, let us know in the comments below. To start with, we have the Resident Evil 4 Remake DLC, Separate Ways. This DLC was part of the original game, but it is good to see them remastering it too. In this DLC, you will play as Ada Wong and experience what she was doing while Leon was saving Ashley. We can't wait to explore her story on September 18th. We then got an extended look at Helldivers 2. This squad-based shooter reminds us of a Earth Defense Force series, but a less crazy version. Hopefully this game will have a much better progression system than EDF. The game will be mission focused as you drop pod in to complete your objectives. In the gameplay that we were shown, we got to see a giant boss bug named the Bile Titan. We were also shown drop podding back in after dying, rockets that require a second person to reload, and airstrikes that can be called in. We can't wait to be diving in on February 8th. Next up, we got another look at Spider-Man 2. They showed off the new movement systems with the web gliders. It allows you to combine it with your web slinging to gain a massive speed. They also showed that there will be new side objectives to complete around the new map, and that the map double in size, now including Queens and Brooklyn. They also revealed that you can seamlessly swap between Miles and Peter at any time you want, along with all their new suits inspired by comics and shows. We hope to see you crime fighting when the game swings in on October 20th. Last from the state of play was more news about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They showed off a bunch of remastered locations along with the rest of the party from the original game. We got to see Kate Sith, Red 9, Vincent, and Yuffie all exploring and fighting alongside the party. We get to see that surprisingly, there looks to be a second Cloud and a living Zack. What this means for the story is yet to be seen, but we can only guess that it will have more crazy twists and turns. We also see that there will be mini games to partake in and different ways to traverse the world. We can't wait to see how this story progresses and changes when it is released on February 29th. And that will be it for this week in gaming. Please make sure to check out all of our other videos and subscribe for more content coming in the future of all things gaming. This has been Sean from MER Gaming, and we will see you next week for another episode of This Week in Gaming.